I'm live. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, some people can jump back on. Josh, do you have any idea how if people are jumping on, or can you see that? I can't see that.
Yeah, I will when they start coming on.
Okay. I just wait a little bit.
Yeah, you can if you want. Or you can go ahead and get started. I know your flight down there was, you say, eventful. Um, and then what?
Well, the flight was crazy. Um, the flight from Omaha to Houston was perfect. Couldn't even tell that we were landing when we were landing. But the flight, then we had a layover in Houston for 4 hours. And when I say we, I mean Stevie Todd's daughter, Michelle, went with me. So our layover was like for 4 hours. We went, flew into Florida, and that flight was absolutely horrible. We had a bunch of turbulence. And then Baby Badger picked us up at the airport.
That was eventful. That airport is so confusing.
And then we went straight to Bert's.
Yes.
Bert's Harley Davidson. Yeah. Am I saying that right? And that was for the before party where I got to actually meet Sunny and Angie face to face for the first time ever. And Grandpa Badger, and Belle was there. Who else was there? Was Mandy and Mandy Machine was there. Oh shoot. Nothing. And then Mandy Machine was there. Oh shoot. And then what else? And then I phoned Tim, her husband was there, and then there was just everybody was there. I'm trying to think. Ornery ones were there, and it was just crazy actually meeting everybody face to face, being able to touch them and hug them. We've done so much over the YouTube world that we just talk to them all the time through YouTube, and then we don't actually get to see them face to face like right now. It's just crazy. It's just been unbelievable. Absolutely love it. So anyway, so we went from Bert's. After that, I helped with the crew at Bert's, handing out new packets for the ride, and the itinerary for the ride. Got to talk with the crew. Got to meet all the crew face to face, which was absolutely amazing. And then we went from there to the Badger's house. They had a room for me, which was amazing. Baby Badger has been absolutely amazing, too. And then we went to bed. I think we stayed up for a while, getting the Rever app ready and the Mile IQ app ready, because those two apps were the apps that we used on the ride, because we had to have at least one app that worked, and we had a ton of problems with the Rever app working, but the Mile IQ runs in the background, and that's just there just in case the other app doesn't work. So we got that working. Rever was nice enough to give us a full year for free of the Rever app for every person that was on the World Record Poker Run. So we did that, and then we laughed, right? We laughed. We've been laughing like crazy every day. It's just crazy how I just connect with all of these people, and it's just absolutely amazing. So we went to bed probably late. I mean, it was probably 2 o'clock in the morning. I bet you I stayed up for almost 24 hours straight, because my flight left last Thursday morning at 3 a.m. Or no, I got up at 3 a.m. It left from Omaha at 6 a.m. So at this point, I was up for almost 24 hours, went to bed, but first we wanted to pack our bikes up because what time did we leave Friday morning? It was 6? We had to be at, yeah, that's right. we had to be at Bert's at 6:00 in the morning last Friday morning. So it was a very early morning. We hardly got any sleep, but the Badgers were amazing. And so we got to Bert's last Friday morning, and then we had got to see everybody coming in and see everybody face to face again. It was just super amazing. I helped with the card draw because I'm part of the crew, and that went 18 minutes I think it took for 5 of us to get 145 people through with their first card pull. So that was crazy in itself. And then we got ready to go and we left. And I'm telling you guys, the first day last Friday, I looked at Baby Badger more than once and I'm like, what did I do? Why did I sign up for this? Because this was hard, guys. It was brutally hot. I'm not used to Florida weather. I mean, I'm used to Nebraska weather, and Nebraska weather is hot. But it was just a different hot to me. And I knew it was going to be hot, right? I knew it was going to be long days. But this just took the cake because it was just crazy. We did stop every 100 miles because Baby Badger has the smallest tank, which there's nothing wrong with that. I appreciated that because then we can kind of rest, and we went ahead and yes, Baby Badger is on a V-Rod. What year is it? 2004 V-Rod. So she's got the fastest bike in the group. She's pretty proud of that, aren't you? But I appreciated that because we could rest our butts and we could go grab a drink, something. We just drank a ton of water and had a ton of ice. I have my bike set up for everything. Josh, you've been amazing trying to get me set up for this trip, but I had no idea how hard it was going to be. And after the first and second day, when we were on the second day, I thought, okay, if I can do day 2, I can do the whole thing. And I know I had a lot of people cheering me on, but guys, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's a world record, right? And so it's not going to be easy. So I cannot believe we're on day 7 right now. Tomorrow's our last day, and I'm sad about it because I've made so many great close relationships with everybody on this ride. And Baby Badger, this is the first time we met ever. We didn't even talk before this. I just texted her when we were at the airport and she came and picked us up. But we've bonded like crazy. She's like my daughter. Wow. Yeah, she's like my daughter.
I was in the room. I was like, it's kind of like she's an older sister to me. So I feel like...
Well, that's better. That's better. I like that. I'm not her mom. I'm her sister. I'm her sister. That works for me. So I couldn't have done this trip without her. She's been my ride or die here. But yeah, we've been just hitting it off. The first day we rode from Florida to Columbus, Georgia. That was where we got to see and meet Maxwell. And on the way there, Angie Badger had some problems with her bike. The back bolt of her shocks came off. And luckily it was right before we pulled over to get gas. And, her and Sunny had this trip so organized so well that we had a chaser vehicle with a trailer, and Bill Warner and Joanne that's their trailer, and Joanne drove the pickup, and the pickup was donated by John Price. So thank you, John. But what was that? Josh? I don't know what that was. So we went ahead and took her bike.
I was clapping.
Oh, you're laughing. We took her bike and we put it in the World Record Poker Run trailer that's wrapped. And I think what? Right. And Grandpa Badger had his bike in there, so we pulled that out and put Angie's in it because she couldn't ride it like that. And she rode Grandpa Badger's to Maxwell's garage that night. So thankfully, Lord willing, everything worked out perfectly. We pulled it into John Maxwell's motorcycle shop, and let's see, Grandpa and Grandma Badger went and got the parts for it. Well, Maxwell couldn't fix it right then and there. So John Price was there, his buddy. So John told us all to come to his house the next morning. And so we did that. And I know I did a live about that, but John Price loaned Angie Badger one of his bikes. It's a 2019 Heritage. And so she rode that all the way here. It's just crazy how everything is working out perfectly. So we went from Columbus, Georgia, then we went to Little Rock, Arkansas on day 2. Day 3, we went from Little Rock, Arkansas to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And then from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, we went to Durango, Colorado. And then we went from Durango, Colorado to, why can't I think of the name? Golden, Colorado, which Colorado hotels are absolutely horrible. I will tell you that right now. We'll post the video later of Mandy the Machine almost coming over the counter at them. Actually, I have a recap of it because I was so in awe of her going off on them that I didn't pull out my camera and video it, because why would I do that, right? I mean, I should have, but I didn't. So I have that on my phone for tomorrow, or for Josh to edit if he wants to edit it. We'll see. But so we went from Golden, Colorado this morning. Last night we stayed in Golden, Colorado. And then this morning we woke up and we got on the road 9:30-ish or so, and we got to Cheyenne, Wyoming today. But today we got here at the hotel before dark, which we haven't done yet. All the days. All the days. The first night we got to the hotel at like 2:00 in the morning. Guys, I don't normally ride at night, but I like riding at night. But through the mountains, I bet you it was probably 30 degrees through the mountains. And I had heated gear on underneath my jacket, my coat. So I was plugged in. No one else was, but I had my winter gloves on that were waterproof, and I couldn't feel my fingers when we got to, I know, right? When we got to the hotel. But every single night we've gotten into the hotel in the dark, riding through the mountains, or the rain even. We rode through the rain one night for at least 3 hours. And that was brutal, but how else are you going to do it? You have to ride through it. You have to go through it. At one point, I don't remember, were we on our way to Eureka? Or were we on our way to Colorado when we pulled over for the rain?
We were headed to Little Rock. That's why we were at 2 a.m.
Right. Okay, so we were headed to Little Rock. That's when we got to the hotel at 2 a.m. because we had to pull over on the side of the road because the rain was so bad. It was like a monsoon. So we went and stood underneath, or in the ditch underneath a tree. Hey, Andrew, to get out of the rain. And then I looked at Sunny and I'm like, we have a trailer. So we opened up the back of the trailer and we all filed into the trailer to get out of the rain. And we stood in there for about an hour and just chit-chatted and did some lives. I'm sure you can go back and look for those. It was so much fun. I mean, this is the kind of memories that we're going to remember, right? I mean, if it was just super easy and we just got on our bikes and we went straight to one destination to the other with no problems, we wouldn't have anything to tell you guys. So in itself, this is a super experience. It's super hard. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be a challenge if it was easy, right? So I'm super tired. I've hardly had any sleep throughout this entire 7 days. But nobody else has either. I know Toby and his wife Kylie didn't get to the hotel this morning until 4:15 or so. And then they were out the door by 10 o'clock this morning. And did they beat us there tonight? Or did they get there after us?
They beat us there.
They beat us there today. So Kylie and Toby, you guys you're rock stars. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And I know, Kylie, you were so tired. I saw you earlier and gave you a big hug. We both, baby Badger and I did. I hope you guys get some sleep tonight. But other than that, you guys, I know I kind of went through a bunch real quick. It's 10:30. I'm exhausted. We have to get out of here by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning because we have to ride to Sturgis from Cheyenne, Wyoming. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Huh?
It's saying 5 hours and 30 minutes, but with us, it might be 7.
So about 6 hours, but it might be 7 or 8 for us. I don't know. But we have to be there for the card pull, and I think that's around 2 o'clock. So we have to get there for the card pull. And then we're going to be in the first ever parade for the Buffalo Ship. So we're super excited about that. During this trip, we have had 3, let's see, whoever leaves last will be there. Right. He said, whoever leaves last will beat us there. That's probably pretty true, hon. So, we did have 3 riders, a total of 4 riders that went down. The first rider we weren't sure about, but Sonny said that he saw him today. He was riding an Indian. He said that he did crash, but or he did go down, but his bike is okay and he rode it anyway. And then Buck Champ went down. He's in the hospital, I believe, still, but he's going to be okay. We're praying for you, Buck. And then we had Truex. He's one of our veterans. He went down and he mangled up his thumb, and his gold wing is probably pretty much totaled. So that wasn't good. But he left and someone picked him up and took him back home. So our prayers are with you, Truex, too. And then who was the third one or the fourth one? James
Pedersen.
James Pedersen also went down too. And I know the people that he was riding with went on after the ambulance took him to the hospital, and they knew he was staying and he was going to be okay. I'm not sure about the injuries that he had, but all 4 of them. What?
He got airlifted to another hospital.
Oh, she said he got airlifted to another hospital. So we're praying for all of them that they get through this. It sucks that it happened, but these roads are not easy either. I mean, I dropped my bike in Eureka Springs, but I was trying to pull into a parking lot that was really, really rough. What's that bar? Switchback Bar. They're amazing people. Absolutely love them. But I pulled in and I was waiting for everybody else to park and I just lost it. But I heard it was a very graceful fall. But people threw their beers and ran over to help me. It was great. I don't know what I said. I know some not great choice words were used. But I was recording the whole thing. I don't want to go back and watch it. But I did record the whole thing, so Josh, we'll have to sit down and edit that together. But yeah, this whole thing has been one heck of an experience, and it's something that I can take on forever. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, guys, but here we are, day 7, tomorrow Sturgis, and then we're done. So then we can just go slow, right? We can take our time everywhere. But Josh, do you have any questions that you want to ask? I haven't seen you for like a week now, like in person. If you're talking, I can't hear you. What are your plans when I get to Sturgis? We're going to get to Sturgis, and then we're going to do the card pull. I'm helping with the card pulls for everybody. Hi, Ryan. Sleep in. tomorrow's going to be a very, very, very long day. When we get to Sturgis, we're going to do the card pull. Buffalo Chip has given us tickets, right? Tickets for each of us to get in to Buffalo Chip. I think they're going to do some kind of an announcement. They're going to have a parking area for us to park in. And then they're doing their first ever parade for the Buffalo Chip because this is, I think, their 40th year. So they're starting to do a parade, and they've asked the World Record Poker Run people to lead the parade. So we will all be in the parade. I'm not quite sure what time the parade is. I'm not quite sure what time the parade is tomorrow, but we're in the parade, and then I'm sure it's going to be a crazy night. And we're exhausted. We're all exhausted, but you know, we don't want it to end because that means all of us are going our directions. And we're not going to be together anymore. We have had such a great group of writers that have stuck together. I think there's been a total of like 10-ish people that we've rode together throughout this entire trip. I know Toby and Kylie rode with us for a little bit and then went on their own. Stevie Todd did the same thing with Michelle. But let's see. Is this your first time at Sturgis? Are you riding the Fury? Oh, boy. Ryan, last year, Stevie and I went up to Sturgis for a meet and greet for YouTube. So we went up. We left at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, rode all the way there for that night for the meet and greet. And then we got up the next morning and we rode all the way back home. And as far as the Fury goes, no, I did not ride that for the World Record Poker Run because I shipped my 2020 Deluxe because it has a bigger tank and I knew I would be a lot more comfortable on it for this entire trip. That would be crazy to ride the Fury for all of these miles. I mean, 3,200 miles on a Fury. Josh, I know the Fury went on a 700-mile ride last weekend. Stevie took that out when I was gone, so look forward to that. I don't know are you doing a Fury Friday tomorrow, Josh? Or I should say Stevie. I don't know what I was saying. Okay, so after the party or whatever tomorrow night. No, you're not doing it now. Probably because you're. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to do laundry. I'm running out of clean clothes. I washed some items in the sink last night and they're still dirty, so I need to they're still wet. So I need to hang those up. But other than that, guys, gosh dang, I'm staying with the Badgers. They got an Airbnb, right? For Friday night, tomorrow night through Wednesday, I believe. So I'm not quite sure when I'm going home yet. Norwex, yes. I will be using Norwex to clean all my stuff. Absolutely. And everybody's been using my Norwex cloths to clean off their windshields and their visors. What? Cloth. They're joking around with me because they try to call them rags. They're not rags. They're cloths. Naughty. Did you have any other questions, babe? Oh, you can turn it up now. I'm cooled off. I'm just really tired. Look at these bags under my eyes. I'm so tired.
Bags, huh?
It's so good to see your face.
Yeah, I'm about half asleep.
I think the live video needs to end for that conversation.
What did she say?
She said, I think the video needs to end for that conversation because I said you're hot. I miss you.
Weird.
Weird.
Um,
We're gonna make it weird.
so how many miles have you guys gone so far?
I knew you were gonna ask that. I looked this morning. It was over. I want to say no. It was over 2.
It's over 2,000.
I want to say maybe 2,400.
Probably.
Couldn't you just figure out how far it is from Cheyenne to Sturgis and then subtract that from 3,200?
Crap, he's smart. We're not here mentally.
We're so tired, babe. Baby's looking into it, aren't you?
237 miles away. 298 miles away. Jeez.
So you're 2,900 miles in cash.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
You know, the mountains were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to ride these with you because it's
Something else.
There were signs that said painting, right? What did it say exactly?
So, it says painting something. It says painting something. They were like painting lines on the highway.
It was crazy. No, it was for the scenic.
Was it? I don't know.
Painting the next 2 miles or something. It was just like the scenic. I didn't think it was painting on the road.
No, I think it was painting on the road, but like I think my dad was like, there you go, like painting, like because that's just who he is.
Ryan, fair enough. Love the channel. The wife and I have a 20-month-old. How do I justify having a bike again? I would love feedback. Oh.
Well, I just want to say that you bug them until they give in because Amy was pregnant with our second one when I finally got a bike again.
But I was hesitant about it.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
But it was something that we could do together, and we didn't feel guilty.
Not at first.
Because the kids
Not at
can't go with
first.
you.
Oh, you were very much against the motorcycle at first.
You heard it here, guys. This
Am
guy.
I wrong?
This guy never.
Am I wrong?
Anything. No, you're not wrong.
Hmm.
You're not wrong.
Nope.
But Ryan, yes. It's hard with little ones, though. We got so much crap from people, didn't we? Because we rode and we had little kids. But I guess
but it's the same story no matter what. If you're at a gas station, somebody comes up to you and says nice bike, the next thing out of their mouth is going to be the worst story that they can think of with one of their friends or family members on a motorcycle.
Right.
So it's the same thing. It's no matter what, it's going to be the same.
Right.
I'm sure Des hears that all the time too, being young and being on a motorcycle.
And I will say, I do have to do a plug for Des because Baby Badger, how long have you been riding?
5 months.
5 months, guys. 5 months. And she's 18 years old and she did the world record poker run. It's craziness. And she wrote, okay, so it went sunny.
She went on a really long trip before to the West Virginia meet though, right?
Yes. So was that comparable to this? I mean, for days or not? Not at all?
I mean, we had a 600-mile day, but like the 600-mile day,
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
We took our dear sweet time on that trip. Like, if we wanted to stay longer, like, we didn't book any hotels. So if we decided that we were done for that day, we would book a hotel and go there. So it was a lot less strict. So we went on the Tail of the Dragon, decided to go up and down it, and then rode a little bit further, made it to Georgia, and then decided to call it quits. So it's like kind of...
But it wasn't hardcore like it is now.
This is completely mapped out. You got to be there at certain times. You have certain hotels already booked. Like, this is more, I feel like. And not to mention watching 140 other bikes and hearing everything and having to communicate with my grandma because I can't hear, and just hearing all the stories and stuff and so many people. It's just a lot all at once.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot more stressful and driving really late at night because it takes 8 hours because you have 10, 13 different bikes behind you that you have to pay attention to as well. So
it was crazy.
crazy.
And what did we do at night when it got really, really dark? So just a second. So the last 4 nights, 5 nights,
Yeah.
6 nights.
Mhm.
6 nights we've been on the road late, right?
Mhm. Only one night did we make it in the light, and that was Eureka Springs.
Right. And okay, so it's Sunny, Angie, Des, and me that we're all hooked up to the same to the Sennas. So no one else can hear us. Sunny was done. But in order for us to stay awake
and not feel so cold, like
and forget about how flippin' cold it was outside while we were riding through pitch black mountains, no idea what was around us, we sang. What did we sing? 100 bottles of beer on the wall. And it never failed. My son would die sometime during it. So then they had to sing it by themselves, and then I had to sing it by myself because, honest to God, I don't remember the last, I don't know, 3 hours of the ride, and I hate to admit that, but we had to do it. And at one point, we did have someone trying to pass us in the mountains in pitch black, and there was a car coming towards us, and so he pushed his way behind me and in front of Mandy the machine. That was the wrong thing to do, but we're okay. So where'd you go, Josh? Look at my glove hand. Oh, it's my fingers. Look at my fingers, they're dark. It looks like I went into a bad tanning salon. Look at that.
Have you washed them lately or no?
Have I washed them?
They look really dirty.
They're not dirty.
They look dirty.
They're tan.
I know, but they look dirty on here. They
I
look
have
dirty.
fingerless gloves.
We all got
No, we all got matching gloves, so we all look like this.
You all bought matching gloves?
We did.
They were 30.
In Eureka Springs.
You couldn't have all just got a matching t-shirt or something?
We wanted these gloves.
They were cheap. For Harley gloves.
I thought you already had a pair of fingerless Harley gloves, or do you just want to be one of the cool kids?
Of course. I liked these. Those are white. These are black.
Exactly.
Depends on what I'm wearing.
So in the heat, wouldn't the white gloves be better?
Why I look like this? Oh my gosh. And we've had so many laughs. So many laughs. Mandy the machine, I'm telling you, when we get in the mix of her, me, and Baby Badger, that 2 o'clock in the morning, did you watch the elevator video, babe?
I did. I couldn't really tell what was going on. Because Angie was walking away from you telling Sunny that you guys are going to wake everybody up.
I'm pretty sure we woke everybody up.
So everybody knew when the Badgers crew rolled in.
Yes.
That's about right.
But I will tell you, the top of my day today was meeting Mark and Karen Homebees. That was amazing. I was so excited to see them. It's just crazy how it was just face to face,
Mm-hmm.
I weren't able to do that, but they said they were going to try to get to Nebraska to see us, so we'll have to figure something out. And then I talked to the ornery ones, and next time we go to Eureka Springs, we can look them up and get together with them.
Very cool. Poor Flip.
What?
Poor Flip, though, huh?
Yeah, I don't have really anything good to say about that one.
Oh, better. Okay. Enough said.
I didn't talk to him face to face. Yeah, I did. I did talk to him face to face.
Enough said.
Sinister Clutch, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah?
Yeah. He was sitting with Mark. Homebees.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You know all these people more than I do. I did have a person come up to me and they read the license plate and they're like, "You're Miss Stevie." And I'm like, "I am." I am. But Then someone came up to me today, Mike.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his last name is.
Warren?
Mike Warren, maybe. He was riding with us, and he thought I was a Badger. He thought I was part of the Badgers. Oh, that's right. They nicknamed me. Sunny and Angie and Baby Badger nicknamed me Faux Badger.
Perfect.
Mr. Badger.
Okay, well, let's start wrapping this up. So tomorrow is just a ride from Cheyenne to Sturgis, right?
Correct.
Okay, and you guys are probably gonna leave with the sun, right?
Yes. 6 a.m. So
I
that
don't believe you.
probably it's usually Sunny said every single day this week. Kickstands up at 8 a.m. That hasn't happened once. It's usually
9:30.
we're taking stuff down to the bikes at 8, and then we don't leave till 10:30 or so. That's the way it's been. But we
That ought to fit in right pretty well with you then.
Hey, every day except for yesterday morning, I was up before everybody else, ready to go. So I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was tough.
But when we travel together, what's usually the situation?
I want to talk about it.
Why not?
Things have changed, babe.
Have they?
Yes.
Or is it just because you're with a different crowd?
I promise.
Believe it when I see it.
Did you see my hat? I've worn this hat every single day.
I've seen it every single video you've done. Good job. We'll be sending them a bill.
And I wore River Bluff Badgers. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing that? Because of you.
Mm-hmm.
River Bluff Baggers.
Mm-hmm.
I wore their shirt. I got to see them in Eureka Springs. That was fun. And they got to talk to, I believe, the honorary one. They got to talk to Sunny and Angie Badger. It was fun. It was good to see them.
Yeah, they're cool guys. We met up with them the Saturday before you left, and no Sunday, and hung out with them for quite a while. They're cool people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they were.
All right. So if nobody else has any questions, we're gonna wrap this up.
I don't think anybody's on because it's so late.
Yeah, there's people on. So Des, what's your most memorable part of the trip so far?
I would say probably our interactions. I think all of the times that we physically stopped and we're like sitting in a gas station for 30 minutes or in the elevator or something like that, it sticks with you. It really does. I loved the scenery, but I feel like overall the relationships we gained through this were just unbeatable.
Right. Longtime friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So Des is in it for the camaraderie.
Yes. I love the scenery, don't get me wrong, but you're also booking it to the next location, so sometimes you don't see all of it.
Sounds like you guys book it to the next gas stop and then just hang.
You're not wrong. Our 5-minute gas stops are normally 30-minute gas stops.
And we keep our bikes at the pumps.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Hello.
Someone said us, piss poor bike etiquette or something like that.
Oh yeah, we got a couple upset people today. It was today, wasn't it?
It was maybe a couple days ago. I don't remember.
Because we were
at the pumps.
Dovetails. I'm still here. Congrats on the run. Thank you. I'm super tired. Glad that y'all have a wonderful time. Oh my gosh, it's been out of this world. The scenery has been, I've run out of so much battery on my GoPros and my SIM cards are full that Stevie Todd gave me his SIM card, and Josh, he just sent me a message that when we started this not to format the card. So, yeah. He's not going to be happy.
Did you let him know that you already did?
No, because we were live.
I mean, I'm not here, so it's all on you.
Babe. So thanks, Todd, for the SIM card.
Yeah. Goodbye to all your really important stuff that's on it, though. Sorry.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah. So anyway, Funny gave me a SIM card for one of my other cameras, and I've gotten a lot of footage. Sometimes, we're in the mountains and we're going through all those turns, and I don't want to shut it off because I don't want to miss anything. So you're gonna have to show me how to edit, I think, because
I'm not gonna go through all that. It's hard if you're editing someone else's footage, especially if you weren't there, because you don't know what's important. Because when you're watching it, if you weren't there, every turn looks the same.
Yeah.
So you just, okay, this turn, we'll keep this turn, and then we'll keep this turn because it's just going the other direction, but it still looks like the last couple turns that went that direction. So,
but the crick might be on one side and then it might be on the other side, the next one.
Well, I mean, that's the subtle differences that I'm not going to notice because I'm just going to fly through it because I didn't know what happened. So
I'm telling you, it's just the $1 million highway. You and I are going to do that together because, wow.
Pictures just, I swear.
They don't do it justice.
Yeah,
the pictures.
I see I'm like, that's so badly. And then when you take the picture, like, it doesn't capture everything
right.
you want it to.
Right. What she said.
Right. How come you don't turn your phone sideways? That'd make that a lot easier. You can't do it now. Oh, you can.
She said she didn't know where to look.
I don't like it sideways. See? Now I'm looking sideways.
Zoom out.
I don't know how to do that.
Use your fingers. Zoom out.
I'm doing that.
Okay. It ain't going to work.
That was good.
What happened?
It's fine.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
So as two women,
I think he'd been on the trip too.
as women riding the ride, what's your guys' take on because neither one of you have girl bikes, especially Des. So what's your take on how you've been received?
Oh my goodness. I feel like for me, I've had multiple people come up and be like, I just got to see your V-Rod. Are you on a V-Rod? Oh, I've ridden like a V-Rod for a little bit. Like, it's a constant like, oh, wait, you're on a V-Rod kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, like to me it's normal because it's the only bike I've rode except for the one I took the test on. So, like,
right.
It's my bike, like, I know it. And everyone's like, that's got horsepower. Like, that can go super fast. And, like, saying all these things about the bike. I'm like, I know what type of engine it has, I know what year it is, and I know it's a Harley. And it's my bike, and I know where everything is on it.
Right.
But to hear all these stories and stuff about how they think I'm crazy for riding a V-Rod on this
when
trip.
When you're 18 or on the trip?
The trip in general, and then being so young and it being my first bike, like, people are just in awe about it.
See, Amy used to get all the time, too, about the Fury, but she didn't know any better then.
Right.
Until she rode her deluxe home for the first time. Then the Fury sat for about 2 months.
I will say, though, she looks badass on her bike. You look badass on your bike. She looks pretty dang good.
But, a lot of people did dump their bikes through this whole time.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm not the only one.
It ain't a matter of if, it's when.
And what was the guy's name that it was it Jason that had no back brakes?
Oh yeah, I don't remember exactly who it was, but
I think
yes,
it's Jason. HD
Brandon.
Riders, isn't that their son?
Josh.
Or Josh. His name is Josh, not Jason. He doesn't have any back brakes. And when I was talking to his mom, Brenda, they found parts, but they didn't have parts at the Harley here. They have them in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is where we're from, and they're not going to get them in time. So he's just finishing up tomorrow with no back brakes. Scary. And then somebody else, Andy from Switchback Bar, his engine blew up. So yeah, blew up today. So while we were there at the Harley, High Country Harley Davidson, someone came up to Sonny and gave him $100 bill to go towards a rental for him to finish the ride.
Is it a new enough bike that it's under warranty still, or was it an older bike?
I have no idea. He was pretty crushed over it. He got there almost late to do the card pull. So it's just, he still made it. It's just
on his bike.
On his bike.
So when did they find out it was blown up?
I don't know. Do you know?
Got stopped and it blew up, and he texted, but we weren't with service at all.
Where was he when it blew up? You know, because
Mile
it was
marker,
today.
Yeah, my mile marker like 233 or something like that.
Oh.
He was like miles out.
She said he was maybe 20 miles out from today from High Country Harley Davidson. So it's just been, but what's amazing to me is there's been so many different cases that's happened, but how people have stepped up, like John Price giving his loaning one of his bikes to Angie to ride. He had problems with his what new bike is that? John Price's
Pan American.
Pan American. So he's been having problems with that, and that's brand new.
I almost bought one of those today.
I don't want to hear that. So so everything that's happened, I mean, obviously everything happens for a reason, right? But everybody's come forward and has helped people through it. And just the biker nation, it's just crazy how people just come together and help each other.
It's the biker world. Okay, so we're gonna cut this quit because I gotta get up because it's midnight here. So but I do want to say quick to everybody that's listening or that's going to listen, the 19th of August, Sonny and Angie will be in Lincoln, Nebraska with us at the Thursday bike night, which is called Thursday Night Thunder.
That sounds right.
From 6 to 9.
At Frontier Harley Davidson.
At Frontier Harley Davidson in Lincoln, Nebraska. So
yes.
At least that's the plan so far. It's up on the wall and Frontier. So yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
And they'll be staying with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, they will. All right. So last thoughts.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm proud of us for doing this and raising money for the charity Biker Down. This has been an epic adventure, just like Sonny has put it out there. And I mean, we've learned so many different things, what we shouldn't do next time, if there is a next time. But for the most part, Sonny and Angie have been phenomenal with putting this together and thinking of all the things as far as like the software for the poker polls and taking pictures of everybody's cards And so there's no cheating going on or anything like that. They've just been absolutely amazing how organized it is. I'm just amazed. And Mandy the machine did amazing on the hotels. Every hotel has been so amazing except for the one in Colorado last night. That was not amazing, but she took it well, right? But yeah, it's I can't wait to do something like this again. But with my husband next time. That's been the hardest part, I think, is being away from you for a week now and not riding with you because I'm used to riding with you. So, but it's been nice.
Well, if they do it in the summertime, you're going to end up doing it alone again. So, just so you know. I would say that I miss you also, and I want to say that I miss you in bed and stuff, but
Wrong channel.
I'm really getting used to sleeping in the middle of the bed and just sprawling out, and the dog actually stays in bed with me now, so because usually she just sleeps with you, and when I come to bed she leaves. So I love how you guys take everything the wrong way right away. That's Badger's rubbing off on you, apparently.
No, that's not just the Badgers. That's the poop. Her mom and dad aren't the best.
Yeah, my mom and dad aren't great role models. And that's Mandy the machine and iPhone Tim for my trip. Their mom and dad.
We all just feed off each other. We're a bunch of teenagers.
Everything I've said, they take it the wrong way. Every single thing that comes out of my mouth.
You say it so innocently. That
I am
so
innocent. I am innocent.
Just spelt lies.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, yeah, that's good for this one. Maybe we'll do a live while you're at the Airbnb or something like this again. Or you guys will have your laptops though, so you'll be able to do your own lives like this. So
maybe I can borrow one of theirs to do a live.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, guys, I'm going to bed. So everybody will be patiently watching for Instagram updates from somebody.
I've been doing Instagram updates.
I know. Just saying.
Hey,
you could be doing more.
From Homebees told me tonight that
Mark said so everything's all right, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Did you hear what Sinister Clutch said?
I didn't.
You're going to have to go back and watch that.
Okay, I'll go back and watch it.
He said, I'm the better half.
Oh,
I did hear that. But he's been on a really long bike ride, so he's deranged right now. So, all right, guys. See you later.
Bye, guys.